Hello and welcome to Davis Field here in Fayette, Missouri. Tonight we have got a Heart of America Athletic Conference postseason matchup with the 8th-seeded Clarke University and 1st-seeded Central Methodist University. Clarke Pride enters tonight's game with an overall record of 10-7-1 and conference record of 6-5-1. The Central Methodist Eagles come in ranked 5th in the NAIA and the regular season Heart champions with an overall record of 16-1 and conference record of 12-0. Tonight's game will be the second meeting between these two teams this season. The first meeting ended with a 3-0 win in favor of the Eagles, with goals scored by Kyler Honor and 2 from Marcella Helena. Both teams will be looking to stay alive here in the Heart postseason tournament, and the winner of this game will play the winner of the 5th-seeded Baker and 4th-seeded Culver Stockton. I'll be keeping you all updated with that game as well, due to their kickoff being at 6 p.m. tonight as well. The other matchups in the first round of the Heart postseason tournament being 3rd-seeded Benedictine versus 6th-seeded Grandview, and 2nd-seeded Missouri Valley and 7th-ranked Mid-America Nazarene. Tonight the Eagles come in as favorites, but as you know, anything can happen here in postseason. As the starters were announced here in Fayette, both teams are getting ready. The Eagles are taking a photo with their Women's Soccer Heart of America Conference Champion banner. Released earlier this week were some awards given in the Heart Conference. Player of the Year, Sandra Jakobsen, who is a part of the CMU team. And then also Offensive Player of the Year is Sandra Jakobsen, with Defensive Player of the Year being Laura Reisenbeck, who is a part of the CMU squad, and Marcella Elena, Freshman of the Year, with Newcomer of the Year Melissa Siegel, and Coaching Staff of the Year Tyler Thompson. So Central Methodist University being 4 out of the 6 awards given, which is a huge honor. As we get set here to start this first half, referee waves to both keepers to make sure they're all ready. It's currently 60 degrees here in Fayette, and here we go. Here's Reisenbeck, who plays it wide. .60 degrees here in Fayette. Throw in for the Eagles. And here they go down the right wing. Finds a cross in, but it is too far. And goal kick for the Pride. Starting in goal for the Pride is Brinley Ward, who is a senior, who is from Pocatello, Idaho. Number 0. Both teams playing to make sure they stay alive here in this Heart of America 2021 Championships postseason tournament. Pride getting some pressure on Jessen in the left back position. Here's Addie Seaman throwing the ball in for the Pride. There is the throw-in. Tries to flick on. Headed clear by the Eagles. Could there be a counter here? Celine Witt tries to find Andrea Villar, who finds a through ball. Not a bad ball. Good save here from Ward. First real chance here in the game. But not too difficult here for Ward as she lays out for the ball. Clarke University in navy with some gold numbers. Central Methodist University with their gray and lime green numbers. There's a throw-in for the Pride. Dealt with well by the CMU defender, Good move by Jessen. Finds Jakobsen wide. Jakobsen finds Reisenbach. There from the Clarke defenders. Renisha Frank had some good pressure there on the defender, Zoe Framke. Here's a throw in for the Eagles. Jessen to throw it in. Jessen looking for a teammate. Can't seem to find anyone, but finally gets it in to the corner. She keeps it in, and another throw in. Jessen to take the throw in again. Foul from behind on number 8, Morgan Catcher. Morgan Catcher, a freshman from Valparaiso, Indiana. And here's a good chance for the Eagles as they take a free kick on the side of the box. See what they do here as Ward gets ready. Good ball in. Easy save for Ward. Good punt from Ward as Jessen kicks it out for a throw-in. The Pride are looking to counter here. Here comes Shannon Ketcher on the right side. Goal kick for the freshman Max de Armas Colombo, who's from Montevideo, Uruguay. As they take it short, here's Zamora. Tries to lay it wide to Jessen, but hit too hard. Good idea. Goal kick here for De Armas Colombo, who finds Zamora wide again. Finds Jessen at the left back spot. Does a move. Gets past one. Let's see which way they go here. Eagles throw in for Jessen. Jessen finds middle to Marcela Elena. Zamora finds wide to Jessen. Good switch here. Good build-up from the Eagles. See what they can do here. VR finds a pass here to Witt on the left side, who finds the ball in over the bar. Goal kick for Ward. Good build-up there from the Eagles. First good build-up scene we've seen there. Goal kick taken by Ward. Headed by an Eagle. Tries to find Jakobsen, who hits the ball down the line for Andrea VR. Can she get there? Throw in for Pride. Abby Seaman to throw the ball in. Freshman defender from Omaha, Nebraska. Throws it in. Nicely defended by Jessen. Here's Zamora with the ball, who backheels it back to Jessen. A little scrambling in the middle. Here's Witt. He tries to find. Here's Frank on the ball. Looking like Eagles are starting to keep the ball, possessing much more than the Pride are. Jakobsen does a nice lead for VR. Not sure who that last touch. That is a goal kick. as VR is down on the field right now. Not something you want to see only 8 minutes into the game. Head coach Dan Schmidlin and assistant Lucy Brasil are very confused on the sideline here. Not sure what the call was and why their players hurt right now. Both teams gather, talk about the first 8 minutes and what's all happened so far. Andrea Villar has 23 goals with 17 games played with 4 assists. So she's averaging a goal, more than 1 goal per game. Not good to see here for the Eagles. She has not missed a PK this season. She is 4 for 4, and she has 6 game-winning goals. Head coach looking a little frantic right now, not sure what to do. Next to head coach Dan Schmidlin is Carlotto Baldo, looking like she might be taking VR's spot if that's needed. Baldo is from a freshman from Aldano, Italy. Got both trainers on the field. Looking at Andrea VR. Looked like there was a challenge with the goalkeeper and a defender with VR there. Not sure if Ward clipped her on the way while she was getting the ball or what happened, but a little confused why that's a goal kick. Because it looked like it went off the Pride defender. And here VR gets up. Not too bad of a limp, it looks like. Little shook up as the crowd cheers her on. See if she decides to stay on or... She's walking towards the sideline currently. It's not something the Eagles were prepared for this game. Looking a little shook up on that play. She walks on the sideline. Coaches talk to her, see what's going on as they resume play with VR off currently. Jakobsen looks like she'll be taking at that 9 role, that striker spot. Good pressure here from the Eagles, clears by Ward. Foul on the Eagle defender. Not well struck by the Pride player as Justin hits it back to Zamora, who finds Cervello in the middle. And VR is coming back on the field as we speak, so she'll go back at that striker position. And she's running quick. She seems to be doing all right, so that's good to see as Ward hits it out of bounds. Goal kick here. Back line for Central Methodist goes from right back Kitty Torek to the center backs Laura Reisenbeck and Alicia Zamora, with left backs Zoe Jensen. And the center mids are Marcella Helena, Maria Cerveo, and Sandra Jakobsen. And here's a through ball hit too hard, easy for Ward. Left wing spot is Celine Witt, striker Andrea Villar, and right wing Renisha Frank. Jakobsen challenges well. Good challenges. Referee calls a deflection off the defender. It is a throw-in, as Schmidlin thought it was a foul on the Pride, but it was not. And here's Zamora, finds the ball towards the middle. Good touch by Villarda. Renisha Frank finds it wide. Nicely defended by Sofia Morales. And she wins a throw-in for her team. Oh, some shoving going on. Shoving looked like it was Sofia Morales and Kitty Torque. Looks like they just ran into each other. As Shannon Catcher tries to calm her teammate down. Here's a throw-in for the Pride. Nicely defended by Reisenbeck. Here's VR, good touch to Jakobsen, who finds the shot. Nicely saved by Ward, but here's VR. Nicely done. Good saves here from Brinley Ward. Good chances there for the Eagles, but they cannot put it away. Brinley Ward protecting her goal and saving her team there. Kitty Torque, who plays it back to Max de Armas Colombo, who finds Reisenbeck at the center back spot, who plays it right to Torque. And that is a foul on the Pride. Looked to be Morgan Catcher there. Here's Zamora. Here come the Pride. Good save here from the freshman goalkeeper, Max de Armas Colombo. Shannon Catcher was through. And I wasn't sure if the freshman goalkeeper was out of her box or not, but she saved it with her feet, so she's safe there. Here's a corner kick for the Pride as Shannon Catcher gets ready to take it. And here's Catcher. Raises her hand and finds the ball in. Too hard. And the referee waves for a goal kick. Handball called on Carly Geiling. Catcher trying to stall on the free kick here. Struck by Zamora, who finds VR. Couldn't flick it on. Melissa Elena finds Jakobsen. Tries to find Frank on the right side. Saved by Ward. Little shove there from Frank. On Zoe Framke. Here's Ward with the punt. Frank heads it on to Jakobsen. Jakobsen really seems to be like a playmaker for this team, and she plays a great through ball to VR, but nicely defended by Maya Johnson. Johnson kicks it out of bounds. Ball in, settled by Oh, good piece of defending there. CMU bench is wanting a call there. Looks like she got all ball. But they were not happy with that. All coaches and players stood up with their arms in the air. But here's another attack. He's Jakobsen in the right wing spot, finds the ball in. VR tries to find Frank. Easy pickup for Ward. As she punts it to the 50-yard line on the football field here at Davis Field. Good piece of defending here by Jessen as she keeps dribbling down the left side. Who finds VR, who tries to find someone in the middle, but nobody was there. Good save by Brinley Ward. Seems as if the Pride are not sure how to handle this pressure from the Eagles tonight as it's punted and dealt with by number 10, Maria Cerveo. Good piece of defending as Zamora finds it clear out of bounds. Left back for the Pride is number 17, Jamie Albertson, with center backs being Maya Johnson and Zoe Framke. And right back being Abby Seaman, with center mids being Avery Abbas, Genevieve Cruz, here come the Eagles. Here's VR down the right corner flag. Does a skill, tries to get past the defender. Nobody really appeals for anything, and it is a goal kick for the Pride. Left mid for the Pride being Sophie Morales with a striker, Shannon Catcher, and right mid, Carly Geiling. As Seaman gets ready to throw the ball in. And that is a foul on the Eagles. Coaches and players on the Eagles team a little confused again. Abby Seaman to take it here for the Pride. Pretty nice night here in Fayette. Eagles coaches screaming for their players to get in the box. They might be outnumbered here. Here's Seaman to put the ball in. Dealt with nicely here. Here's Cruz. Sorry, that is not Cruz. Over the bar. That was shot by Sofia Morales. Max de Armas Colombo here to take the goal kick. As we check here on the Baker and Culver Stockton game. Foul. That was not a pretty one, and that will be a yellow card for number 28, Avery Abbas. 27 minutes remaining in the game. Slow to get up there is Marcela Helena. Currently not getting any live stats from the Culver-Stockton-Baker game, so we'll have to wait on that one. Nicely struck from Zamora. Here's Morales for the Pride, who hits it back. Jamie Albertson. Here's Zamora, who hits it back to her goalkeeper, freshman goalkeeper, de Armas Colombo. Looks for it wide to Jessen, who heads it straight up. Gets a nice touch, gets past two defenders, but cut out. And here's Seaman. Cut out by Jacobsen. Tark. Plays it back. One touch back to Torque. Here's Frank. Ooh, good move there from Frank. Goes the outside of her foot. Morales and Torque are getting into it a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the card on that far side sometime tonight. Here's Celine Witt. Finds Jessen on the left side. Does a move. Tries to find Witt again. Cleared. Not sure who that was last touched by, but it was saved by number 20, Carly Geiling. Throw in here for the Pride. Pride win another throw in. That was Carly Geiling winning the throw in here for Abby Seaman and her team. NAIA rankings, national. William Carey ranked first, with second being Kaiser, third being Arbor, fourth being Tennessee Southern, and fifth Central Methodist. Spring Arbor and William Carey are the only undefeated teams in the NAIA. Here's Frank down the middle of the field, nicely defended by Morales, but Elena wins it back. Here she goes. Marcella Elena finds VR, who looks for the back post, nicely defended by Johnson. VR wins it back. See what she does here. Ooh, tough ball here for Torque. Oh, good cut. Crosses it in. Johnson with the header out. Cleared by Genevieve Cruz. Here's Jessen. She's got some time. See what she does here. Finds wide to Witt. Witt tries to find Jessen back, but stopped. Here's Zamora. Gets past one, gets past two. Continues as Jessen falls back for a spot. Good run there. Oh, Abby Seaman looks like she was trying to stop the throw-in with her hand. That would not have been good for her if she followed through with that. Here's Jessen to throw it in for the Eagles. 23 minutes remaining in the half. Eagles with not a lead, but a pretty comfortable spot right now. They got to be able to put one in the back of the net. As Elena looks for the center ball, but Frank couldn't deal with it. Goal kick for Ward. Here's the goal kick for Ward. Both teams looking ready to make their first substitutes in the game. 43 being Reese Castanon for the Pride. Here's Jakobsen on the right side. See what she does here. Pass it on the ground in the middle. Cut out. Here's Witt on Seaman. Not sure that was left touched by. Referee says goal kick as the girls are upset. And Witt puts her hands in her face. And here comes Reese Castanon for number 20, Carly Geiling. And number 6 enters as Witt comes to the bench as Jakobsen goes to the left wing spot. Carlotto Baldo enters the game and takes Celine Witt out. Here's Jessen, good move. Plays it back to Zamora. Plays it deep. Here's Jakobsen, good touch over the defender Seaman. Oh, referee says play on. Saved by Jakobsen and cleared by Jessen. Throw in for the Pride. as the referee checks on defender Johnson. Maya Johnson here with Zoe Framke by her side, checking up on her. As Seaman gets ready to throw the ball in. Still no live stats on the Baker-Culver-Stockton game. States that the event has not started. So that's either an error or something might be going on. And here is Helena. Gets past one defender. She's got 4 on her now. And she keeps going. Wow. And dealt with by Jamie Albertson. Throw in for the Eagles. The whole bench for the Eagles decides to warm up besides one. But she does not have a jersey or cleats on, so you can assume that she is not a player or is healthy. And there seems to be a corner kick here for the Eagles. 20 minutes remaining in this first half. No goals for either team. Let's see if Kitty Torek can get a ball in here for the Eagles. And here it is. Good ball. And here's Jakobsen. Back to Kitty Torek. Defended well. And cleared. As catcher tries to get a touch on it and holds it for, waits for her team to get up and wins a throw in for the Pride. Decent attendance here at Davis Field. First round of the Heart of America 2021 Championships postseason. Once again, as previously stated, we've got the first-ranked Central Methodist versus 8th-ranked Clarke here, which you are watching live. We've got 4th-seeded Culver-Stockton versus 5th-seeded Baker. The winner of those two games will play each other for the quarterfinal. Sorry, that would be the semifinal. And then you've got the 3rd-ranked Benedictine as the Eagles win a, let's see what the ref says, corner kick. 3rd-seeded Benedictine is playing 6th-ranked Grandview. And then 2nd-seeded Missouri Valley is taking on 7th-ranked Mid-America Nazarene. And they take it short here as they find the ball in. Scrambling in the box here. Saved on the goal line. That was a shot from Alicia Zamora. Here's Jessen. Tell you, the Pride have done a good job of keeping the ball away from their box, that goal mouth, for the majority of the game. Not letting up a goal yet for this strong team is always a positive. Here's Kitty Torek, who looks in the middle for good effort there. Wins a throw in. Jakobsen throws it quick. Shot saved by Ward. Looks like that shot came from number 8, I believe, Marcena Helena, as she drops back to her center mid spot. This Eagles team's eager to score, and they want to get one before this half. Marcella Elena was Freshman of the Year in the conference. That's cleared by number 10, Maria Cerveo. Got a little upset with herself for hitting it out. It's a tough bouncing ball to deal with, though. As Johnson throws the ball to Seaman, who's thrown the ball in here, as the referee tells her to scoot up a little bit. And Seaman throws the ball in down the line. Cerveo finds De Armas Colombo, who passed it to her center back. Slide tackle from Morgan Catcher, whose sister is Shannon Catcher. Throw in for Jessen. Throws it over Elena. Back to Jessen. To Zamora, who clears it up. Frank's got some speed. Can she beat Ward, though? She gets a touch, but nicely dealt with by Ward. Wow, Brinley Ward is keeping this team alive in that goalkeeper spot. The referee's going to check on what started right wing is now left wing, Renisha Frank, but she seems to be okay. Renisha Frank's got some speed, as you just saw, and can be a threat for Abby Seaman in the defense for Clarke as Ward takes a punt. Good punt. Headed by Frank to Elena. Here's VR. Good layoff. See if they can get one here. Referee's got the whistle in his mouth and calls it. Good build-up by Eagles, and here's another Eagle player down looking injured. Good build-up from the team, though. Believe down is Marcella Elena. The Brazilian taking her time as they stop the clock. Finally gets up. Seems to be holding her right shoulder. Dangerous spot here, just a yard off of the 18-yard box. Let's see what Andrea Villar can do here for her Eagles team, as Ward is pretty centered with 5 girls in the wall for the Pride team. See what tough thing. I'm very curious to see what she does here. She kicks it, headed off the wall. She was going over the wall for the left side of the goal, but did not get enough height to it. That 18 box was crowded there because it was so close to the 18. Corner kick for the Eagles. Some confusion there at the corner. We have now got an update on Culver, Stockton, and Baker, 3-1. Culver Stockton is beating Baker right now. There's a ball in for the Eagles, but couldn't do anything with it. High-scoring game there at Baker, low-scoring game here in Fayette. 4-0 in those 2 games, but here comes the Pride. Here comes a shot just wide from Shannon Catcher. Shannon Catcher and Reese Castanen had a good 1-2 there, but no score to come out the end of it. Shannon Catcher just hit it just left of the left post. Looks like DeArmas Colombo had a good amount of the goal covered there, though. As the Eagles get ready to make another substitute. Number 15, Sarah Spinchard from Wales, freshman defender. Sometimes these rosters don't have the correct position, though. So we'll see where she goes in at and who she takes out. Ward takes her time to pick up the ball. Makes Andrea Villar come get close to pick it up. 12 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in this first half. No goals scored. Have been plenty of times where the ball's been in front of the goal mouth and Brinley Ward has had to make a save. As the Pride try to get going. Referee says that the ball was hit from Avery Abbas, but from my angle did not look the most clean. As the Eagles get ready to possess the ball. Not sure who's going to the ball. Here comes Abby Seaman, who gets her jersey pulled. Let's see if there's a yellow or not given. Looks like the referee says no. There have been 5 total shots from Central Methodist with 3 on goal, and 3 shots from Clarke with 1 on goal. 3 saves made by Ward, with 1 from De Armas Colombo. Zamora, who gives it to Cerveo, who finds wide to Jakobsen. Here's the Danish forward. She dribbles towards the middle. Nicely defended by Avery Abbas, who's on a yellow card. Good touch by Frank here. Plays it in the middle. Tries to find a shot for VR, but nicely blocked by the Pride defense. And here comes a counter. Good layoff by Catcher. But nobody on that left side for that team. Genevieve Cruz and Shannon Catcher are ready to go. Here comes the substitute, number 15. Pincher to take out Jessen. Pincher now taking that left back spot for Jessen, who's done pretty well on that left side, pretty nifty when she's got the ball on her feet, and she defends very well. There's Pinchard's first touch, who keeps the ball. Jakobsen takes a touch backwards to hold on to it. Finds Reisenbeck, the central defender from Germany, who finds Kitty Torek. Finds Frank in the middle. No defender on her, but she turns the other way. She gets past one. Tries to find wide, but Seaman cuts it out. Here's Pinchard again. Finds Zamora. And cleared by Seaman. This Pride defense looking a little tired from all this press, and Jakobsen and VR and Torek coming from all angles. It's number 14, Kay Randcleff for the Eagles. Just getting some last words from the coach. No goals still with 9 minutes remaining. Nicely done by Carlotto Baldo, who keeps the ball. And Frank, who is off sides, as she's a little confused and talks to the ref. .56 degrees, 2% precipitation chance, 60% humidity. Not much wind out here either. And it looks like the Pride will be making a substitute. Jaden Harrington. Who is a sophomore from Ralston, Nebraska. And substitutes will be made. Here comes Harrington in for Carly Geiling. And for the Eagles, number 14, Randcleff enters the game for number 8, Marcella Helena. Helena is a little upset with herself that she has not scored yet, looks like, as she high-fives the bench. And time stopped. Not sure what's going on the other side of the field. I want to say that's number 10, Sofia Morales, who's taken a while to get up. And the ref tells the coach that everything's okay. Morales looking a little beat up there, looks like, her stomach. throw in by the Pride. Nicely dealt with by Reisenbach. And here come the Eagles on the left side. Rancliffe lays it off. Good 1-2 there. Finds the ball middle to VR. Here's a shot. Good build-up again from the Eagles, but no goal. Beautiful build-up on that left side of the field. It's number 10. Maria Cerveo tries to find the shot set by VR. And there's some scrambling there. Cerveo and catcher get a little physical after the whistle was blown as they play quick. Pinchard found the middle a little too quick, and it looks like they were not ready for it. Cerveo kicked it out of bounds. Here's a throw in for Abby Seaman. Tries to find catcher wide. Jakobsen obtains the ball. Hits it all the way back to Diamos Colombo. Quiet night for Colombo so far. Only one save, but don't think it was the scariest save she's ever had to make. The page for Culver, Stockton, and Baker is not updated yet. It still says 11 minutes remaining, 3-1. And another substitute for the Eagles, Lydia Vicente de Vera, has entered the right wing spot for Renisha Frank. Lydia Vicente de Vera is a senior from Zaragoza, Spain. Good piece of skill there. And she's wins the ball back. That is number 14, Kaya Randclev. As Zamora got the ball to center back, who finds Jakobsen. I feel like Jakobsen's been everywhere on the pitch tonight. She's been in that 6 or defensive holding middle spot. She's been up top. She's been left wing. She's been right wing as she moves from center defensive mid to attacking mid in that 4-3 diamond. Some confusion there from the Eagles. Here is Seaman to throw the ball in. Headed by Randclev. Finds Pinchard, who clears. Zamora clears it up. Good tackle from Zamora. Throw in for Seaman again. And as the page for Baker Culver Stockton gets updated, it is now 2-3, still in Culver Stockton's favor, but making the game a little closer now. 2-3 going into the second half. Just a 1-goal difference there. There's 5 goals total there and 0 here in Fayette. Here's Pinchard to take the throw in. Finds Jakobsen. He switches it to Kitty Torek. It's Reisenbeck to find Jakobsen. Left side's got a good runner here from Pinchard, but Jakobsen doesn't find him. As number 10, Sofia Morales gets caught up, but wins the throw-in for her team. And another throw in here for the Pride. For this Pride team, Genevieve Cruz leads the team with goals with Shannon Catcher. They both have 6. But Shannon Catcher has 8 assists on the year and leads the team with points. But Addie Seaman has 4 goals on the year at that right back spot. Same with Zoe Framke, who's center back. You got to wonder if those are corner kicks and they're pushed up a little bit as Shannon Catcher tries to find a shot, but blocked. Here's Jakobsen. So that right back is Addie Seaman. I apologize, I was saying Abby. Here's Zamora. Sophie Morales tries to win the ball back for the Pride, but here comes down the right side. Here come the Eagles. Ball in. Nothing. Here's Pinchard to take the throw in. Carlotto Baldo checked all the way across the field. Villar looks to set it back, and that is a foul on number 10, Maria Cerveo. Sophie Morales still on the ground. Jakobsen checks up on her. Sophie Morales has got 1 goal, 1 assist on the year. 18 games played. The Central Methodist team has had such a good year that when the Hart Conference announced their first, second, and third team, there were a lot of CMU players with Laura Reisenbeck at center back, another defender, Alicia Zamora. So the center back duo both made first team. Midfielders Sandra Jakobsen and Marcela Elena made it with Andrea Villar. So 5 out of the starting 11 are from this Eagle team. With the second all-Hart Conference team, there was Kitty Torek at defender, Maria Cerveo at midfield, and Renisha Frank at forward. So 3 on the second team, and then no players at all on the third team. Clarke has 1 person on the second team, being Shannon Catcher. Here comes the Eagles on the right side, but dealt with nicely by Jamie Albertson. Clarke have nobody on the first team, have 1 on the second team, and third team they have defender Addie Seaman. So 2 players for 3 teams there from Clarke, as halftime is now here 0-0. Let's go ahead and take a look at some stats from this first half 0-0. Central Methodist have 7 shots with 4 on goal, 1 save, 3 corners, 1 offsides, and 4 total team fouls. Clarke has 4 shots with 1 on goal, 4. Welcome back to Davis Field here in Fayette. Weather is currently sitting at a pretty nice 56 degrees, no rain in sight, nor do we expect any here. Both teams scoreless here at half. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Hart division right now. So leaders being Central Methodist with an overall record of 16-1 and a conference record of 12-0. Missouri Valley second place with an overall record of 12-14-1 and conference 9-2-1. With Benedictine close in that third spot with a 13-4 overall record and a 9-3 in conference. Culver Stockton's in that fourth spot with a conference of 8-3-1. Baker 7-4-1. Grandview 6-4-2, Clarke 6-5-1, Mid-America Nazarene 6-5-1, and those are the teams that are in this postseason. But the teams that did not make it are William Penn 4-8, Graceland 4-8, Park 2-10, Mount Mercy 1-10-1, and Evangel 0-12. So tight race from the second to fourth spot, with you got some teams with 9 and 8 wins and some ties. But Central Methodist undefeated in conference and 1 loss overall. Very strong from that team. Their 1 loss of the season going to Marion, 2-1 score. At the time, they were 3-0. And Marion was 5-1, but tight game, 2-1. Goals were scored in the 8th minute, 66th minute, and then 82nd minute. But Marion would hold on to win that game. And for the Clarke Pride, started out the season strong with a 3-0 win against Iowa Wesleyan University, but quickly lost to Trinity Christian College 1-4. Their latest loss is 1-0 to Mid-America Nazarene, who is the 7th-seeded team in this conference postseason tournament. Central Methodist ranked 5th in the nation, as previously stated. Huge honor, as the teams before are once again are William Carey, who's 16-0, Kaiser 14-1, Spring Arbor from Michigan is 14-0-1, Tennessee Southern from Tennessee is 15-1, Central Methodist 16-1. Columbia is 14-3. They are from Missouri as well. Other than that, Benedictine is also ranked 23rd, sorry. Other than that, no Kansas or Missouri schools in the top 25 for NAIA. As stated, my name is Charlie Martin. I currently attend the University of Central Missouri, Division II, in Warrensburg, Missouri, and I am actually the soccer manager there. We are currently in the postseason as well. We play tomorrow. We are first ranked in the MIAA. They've been super fun to watch. I take their soccer photos. I run their social media page. It's been a super season. Their record right now is 15-2-1. As tomorrow they'll take on Fort Hays State. So as Central Methodist is ranked first here, Central Missouri is ranked first as well. And the 8th seed for the MIAA is Fort Hays State, and that'll be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Their MIAA record is 9-1-1, with a loss coming to Emporia State, and then the tie coming to Northwest Missouri State. I'm majoring in digital media production with an emphasis in live studio and remote. So what you're watching today is what I want to do in the future. Commentating might not be the thing that I'm looking to do, but anything sports related with cameras is something that I would love to be able to do someday. So that's about me. I'm sure most of you are not sure where this voice came from, but they contacted a teacher of mine at school and they needed someone to come up, and I was happy to do it. Hour and a half drive, well worth it, 56 degrees, beautiful night. Hoping to see some good action this second half, though. If it is like Division II, there'll be 2 overtimes, golden goal. I'll actually double check on that to make sure I'm not just lying. As we check the manual. I will go get that information, and I will be right back with you all. Welcome back to Davis Field. My name is Charlie Martin. And a little quick update for Baker and Culver Stockton. Still 2-3 with 42 minutes remaining left in that second half. So still some time for either teams to score. Baker is the 5 seed and Culver Stockton is the 4. So pretty even teams. We would also like to thank we would like to thank our corporate partners for their continued support of CMU athletics MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. Airlink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family owned and operated with coverage options in Chariton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for info on all your internet needs. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. So as previously stated about overtime, the rule was correct as teams get ready here in the second half. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. There's two 10-minute periods. If there is a goal in those two 10-minute periods, the game is over, and the team that scores that goal wins. That's known as golden goal or sudden victory. If it goes scoreless after those two 10-minute periods, then it will go to penalty kicks to decide. I'm sure most of you know the format of penalties, where the team chooses 5 people to take their penalties. Whoever has the most out of those 5, then the winner is the team who has scored the most. If it keeps going in the same number, both teams have the same number of goals scored or goals missed, then they will continue. It's kind of like a sudden death, where if one person goes and if they make it, the second person has to make it, and they continue on with that. I think the Eagles are coming. They're still inside right now talking as the Pride are getting ready for this second half. 25 seconds remaining. Here come the Eagles now. So this Baker and Culver Stockton, we got some good games tonight on the top part of our Heart of America 2021 Championships postseason tournament. 0-0 at half with Central Methodist and Clarke. 2-3 at Culver Stockton and Baker. So close games tonight. I will go and find some scores around the league that we have not said. Once again, Benedictine is taking on Grandview. 3rd ranked Benedictine and 6th ranked Grandview. Benedictine is 6-14 overall. That does not make sense to me. Yeah, I don't think that's correct on the website. Benedictine women's soccer, yep. We will go on over to Grandview. Grandview women's soccer. The Eagles getting ready to take the field for this second half. And the Pride are in a huddle, trying to hype each other up, getting ready for this tight game we've got. Okay, strange. Yeah, Benedictine is 13-4 overall. Not sure what's going on with the websites, but I'm not being able to pull up scores right now. Sorry about that. So the November 6th, Benedictine versus Grandview. Benedictine takes them down 3-0. So that game is concluded. So their season is done as the goals were scored by Rachel Beffa, Gracie Eckdart, and Courtney Koch. And assisted by Riley Degner, Rachel Beffa, and Haley White. There was a header, a corner kick, and then not explained on the third one. Benedictine will move on past Grandview as Eagles do a little huddle before they start this second half. We will check on Missouri Valley and Mid-America Nazarene. Pride have the kickoff here. 0-0, and here we go, and the second half is underway. Looks like some changes have been made for the Eagles as Jessen is now at the right wing spot. And left back is Pinchard. This right back spot, we've got Kitty Torak. Here's Jakobsen, who tries to find Andrea VR. And Ward gets the easy clear. Quick throw in here. Throw in for the Pride now. Here's that throw in down the line. Here comes a counter. Here's catcher. Zamora's pace was too quick for Shannon Catcher. So for this game, Missouri Valley and Mid-America Nazarene, there's 42 minutes left in the second half. Missouri Valley leads 2-0. As the ball comes in, easy save here for the freshman Max de Almaris Colombo. Missouri Valley leads 2-0 with 42 minutes remaining. So the winner of this Missouri Valley Mid-America Nazarene game will play Benedictine for the semifinals. We will keep that game up, and we will keep you updated with that one, as Culver Stockton still has 3 and Baker has 2 with 37 minutes remaining. And here's Seaman to throw the ball in. Jamie Albertson still on the left back for the Pride, with center backs being Maya Johnson and Zoe Framke. Here's a throw in from Seaman, headed away as another throw comes that way. Compact right now for the Eagles defense. Another throw in. Seaman's getting her throw ins tonight. Seaman throws it back. Headed right back to her from Jamie Albertson. Could there be a counter here? Here's VR. Oh, couldn't get a touch with it. Kick to Jessen. See what she can do here. Good touch. Tries to find the move there from Maria Cerveo. Cerveo's got some tricks up her sleeve. So you can hear the crowd cheering her on. Here's Albertson to throw it in. Albertson, the junior from Long Beach, California. Long way from home, Albertson is. As VR keeps it in. Good win there. Thrown in by number 3, Kitty Tarak. Here's VR trying to keep the ball. Kicked by Tarak. Here's Jessen. Back to Tarak. Here's number 8, Marcela Elena. Hits it back to Reisenbeck, who hits it back to Helena, who hits it wide. Tarak tries to do some skill, wins a throw-in. Elena, good touch. See who gets the call there, and it is still the Eagles' ball. Tarak throws the ball in to nobody. Easy save there from Brinley Ward. Brinley's had a night so far. She's had some good saves. The lights are on. The weather is nice, 55 in early November. Both teams just hoping for that goal to make their night even better. Kitty Tarak, referee says no. Oh. Sofia Morales, not happy with Tarak there. Here's Jessen. Good piece of dribbling there for Cerveo. Tries to find VR in, but easy save for Brinley Ward. And here is Ward for the punt as she kits it up. Goes to about the 45-yard line on the football field. Good header there from Renisha Frank. As Zamora's now got it, who finds her partner, Reisenbeck. Scary touch, but gets it back. Who hits it wide. Here's Pinchard, who finds Frank on the left side. Frank going a one-on-one. Tries to find something. Here's Addie Seaman, defended her well. Here's Zamora. Good piece of dribbling by Elena. Here she goes. Oh, one-on-one with the goalie. Can't find the shot. Good save by Brinley Ward again. Marcella Elena. Looks like she might be wanting a foul there. So there she is on the ground. As the referee checks on her. And they stop the time. Elena does not look happy right now with the ref. Baker still trails Culver Stockton 2-3. 29 minutes remaining in that first half. Missouri Valley still leads 2-0 on Mid-America Nazarene. Not the best punt there from Ward, but they get it. Here's Pride trying to find an attack. Looks like Sofia Morales might be getting a little upset. Trying to get something going, but just nothing. Oh, here comes a break. Here's Jessen, finds the ball in. Over Ward, but nobody's there. Frank chasing after it now. Oh, good touch. See what they can do here. Cross in again. Almost an own goal. Good piece of defending there, though. Looked to be Maya Johnson on the header to clear it out for a corner kick. Eagles are pressuring. They're wanting one quick. They don't want to go to this late stage where you got to pressure and worry and put all these numbers forward. Here's Jakobsen. Finds the ball in. Saved by Ward. Addie Seaman clears it. Catcher, good touch there. And they clear it up. Pride, good ball. Shannon Catcher trying to get on the end of that pass from her sister, Morgan Catcher. Here's Genevieve Cruz, their leading goal scorer. Gets past one. Finds it wide. Good piece of defending. Sofia Morales tries to find the shot there. Corner kick for the Pride. A little shaken up there, looks like. Morales. Looks like she might be limping. Here's a corner kick for the Pride. Slowly walking to the corner, Catcher. As she sets it down, takes a couple steps backwards on the track here at Davis Field. Hand in the air, and here she goes. Hits the ball in. Decent ball. Headed out. Jakobsen clears it. Right to Catcher on that left wing spot now. Good piece of defending. Here's Jakobsen. Good ball. Not enough, though. Here's Elena. And that will be a foul on number 8, Morgan Catcher. Scoreless here. 35 minutes remaining. At what point do you start over-pressuring for Dan Schmidlin? 13th season here. The assistant coaches Tyler Watkins and Lucy Brasil with volunteer assistant Sam White. And for the other side, Clarke, head coach Josh Prince is his 6th season. Assistant Robert Lynch and Alicia Duccini. And graduate assistant Brett Harris. She is just getting beat up tonight. In that center mid spot, that's Marcela Elena. As the crowd's getting into it now. They're ready for their team to get on the board. Not the biggest crowd cheering, but man, are they loud for how many? There's only, looks like 7 of them. They're really getting into it now. Gotta love the support from the Eagles fans. Here's the free kick. Chipped over. Good ball. Headed on the goal line. Goal! Central Methodist University. So much was going on. It looks like Helena might have been the one to get on the end of it, but 33, Maya Johnson's on the goal line down right now. It was just absolute chaos on the goal line. So they're saying Zamora, center back. Alicia Zamora gets on the end of it. Zamora is a sophomore from Valladolid, Spain. Johnson's still down in that box. Looked like the original ball was deflected, hit the left post, and after it hit the post, it just ran right in front of the goal mouth. Johnson looked like she cleared it, but somebody was too close, so it deflected off that person, and then eventually went in the back of the net. Johnson's being looked at by a trainer right now. There is that goal that the Eagles have been searching for this entire match. As we check in on Culver Stockton, still 3, Baker 2. So still waiting on the confirmation on who scored this goal, as center back Maya Johnson limps off. Thought that it was number 8, Marcela Elena, who finished that goal off, but freshman of the year, number 8, if that is correct for what I saw. She put it away. That will be her 12th. This is her 16th game. That will be her 10th goal of the year, going to double digits. Maya Johnson not happy. She walks off. As of right now, we're going to say number 8, Marcela Elena, scored that goal. If that is incorrect, I will let you know. Johnson's on the side right now. Looks like she's trying to come back in. The clock is running. No, it is not. It's just now stopped. Johnson now enters back. 1, 2, 3. They now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They do have the correct amount of players in the field. Sorry about that. Here's Catcher trying to get her team going. Cut out by Frank, but wins it back. Good effort for her from Catcher. And nicely defended. I can see how the center back duo has done so well this year for the Eagles, not letting Catcher do much. So Jakobsen looks for wide, but can she get there? No. Throw in for the Pride. Number 17, Jamie Albertson throws it in. Sophia Morales heads it on to nobody, to Reisenbeck. There is Elena, who finds Jessen in the middle, who plays it to number 10, that center mid spot, Maria Cerveo. Finds the ball. Here is Elena again on that right side. Tries to find the ball in. Cleared. Awkward ball. Jessen, good move. Good body feint. On the right side to Jakobsen. Can she keep it in? And she almost takes out the referee. The referee's a little shook up and says that it's Eagle ball, but I think he means, yeah, Pride ball. I think he just got a little tripped up and forgot who kicked it out. Jakobsen doing the smart thing by making it a throw-in at the corner instead of a goal kick. Here's Albertson, throws it in. Sophia. Jessen and Sophia Morales on the floor there. Here's Jakobsen keeping it in the corner. Good skills here from the Danish player. Finds it back to Elena, who finds the shot but ends up being a cross. Very physical game here. Oh my goodness, that is a corner kick for the Eagles. Brinley Ward started to sprint out for some reason on that. So the ball was coming a little hot, so she just had to put it behind the goal for a corner kick. That would have been a little odd goal there. See if the Eagles go short again here. And they go short again. Here's Jakobsen. Finds it back. Crosses it in. Back post. Too hard. Goal kick. Believe that was number 15, Pinchard, who took the corner. Or was that number... Sorry, that was number 10, Maria Cerveo, who took the corner. As the crowd's getting into it now on the goal kick. Having some fun here on a good night. And Elena gets tripped up, but the referee says play on. Now calls it back. Do a quick score update on Culver, Stockton, and Baker. Still reads 25 minutes left. 2-3 in Culver's favor. Missouri Valley still leads 2-0 against Mid-America Nazarene. And here is a free kick here for the Eagles. And it looks like catcher's a little too close as the ball is centered. And I think she's offsides. Yes. Offsides, play is dead. Decent ball in from Laura Reisenbeck as Addie Seaman clears the ball quick. Good power. Headed on by catcher. But nobody's up. Shannon catcher all by herself right now. Trying to win the ball back. Here's Zamora, who clears it. And there's a foul on Shannon catcher. Number 3, Emma Can, is on the side right now. Emma Canny, freshman defender. See if she goes in here for the Pride. Here's Elena, who finds a throw in for the Eagles. Jessen. Jessen throws it down the line, but couldn't make it over Albertson's head. So Jessen gets another throw in, but hands it back to her teammate. Here's Elena, finds it back to 3. Torok, and good save there from Brinley Ward. Catcher's trying to get her team forward, slips past someone, and here she goes. Sophia Morales, tackle. Wow, what a tackle. Referee says clean as well, as the ref is checking up on Morales right now, who's down in the 18, on the edge of the 18 right now. As they continue play, VR switches it, and the referee stops play and will check up on Morales. Morales looked like she was in there. She had the defenders beat, but strong tackle made by the Eagles defense. Crowd's getting into it, trying to keep their team alive. Loving the energy. Although there is a player down, Sophia Morales, freshman midfielder. Morales will take a step out for now, holding her right arm. Sophia Morales not looking the best right now, talking to the trainer. Not sure if it's her elbow or shoulder, but she's holding her right arm. She sits down on the bench as play will resume. Here's Cerveo, going to get the drop ball. Finds an easy pack back to Zamora as catcher gets onto it quick. Here's Reisenbeck, dribbles past one. Good piece of dribbling Reisenbeck's got. Oh, good ball. Here's Frank. Oh, just hits it too. Oh, Frank keeps it in. Top the 18. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, off the crossbar. What a shot. What build-up. Would have been her second of the game, Elena. Good ball from Frank. I thought it was going out of bounds easily, but her speed. She picks up to it real quick, plays the ball in. Elena's running into the box. Good power, but just hits the crossbar. And here is a corner. As the ball goes in on the floor. And that is over the bar. Goal kick here for Brinley Ward. And there's another substitute for the Pride as Reese Castanon enters the game for number 20, Carly Geiling. Culver Stockton still leads Baker 3-2 with 20 minutes left. As Ward gets set to take her goal kick. A little wide. Good touch. Here's Addie Seaman. Here's Frank. He's got some space. Good piece of move. Good move there. As she, not sure where she's going with that, but she finds Shannon. Catcher who goes a long distance. Not a bad idea. A little ambitious, but Max de Armas Colombo finds it easy as it's hit right to her head. And here is Kitty Tarak. Wow. And that is a foul on Jamie Albertson. And the Clarke fans disagree with that one. Here's Reisenbeck, who finds it easy back to Zamora, who hits it left to Pinchard. Scary ball there, but taken by Elena. Finds Reisenbeck. As the crowd gets into it once again. Throw in for the Pride. Goes to Albertson. Taken out by Jessen, but clean. Hit back from Zoe Framke to Brinley Ward as she clears it. Looks like at that left back spot, Emma Caney. Cerveo tries to keep it in. The junior from Barcelona, Spain. And that is a foul on Cerveo, coming in too hot from behind. As Addy Seaman gets ready to take the kick. Freshman defender from Omaha, Nebraska, 5'6". She seems to be taking a lot of their direct kicks. Lucy Brazil was not happy in that spot, it looked like. Nicely done by Marcela Elena. Elena's done a good job of controlling that. Not sure what the high. The referee didn't point out what that was, but I believe it was a high kick there on Shannon Catcher. Laura Reisenbach to take the kick. Over VR's head. Takes a decent skip. Nicely dealt with by Maya Johnson, who looks to be pretty healthy after that goal. Good touch by Frank. Tries to get past one. Cut out. 23 minutes remaining in this second half. Here's Frank. Good ball by VR. Can Frank continue? Tries to find a shot. Pride defenders say no as they find the clear. Here's Catcher. Well defended by Zamora. Here's Elena. She's done a great job controlling that midfield. I think it's been the Elena show in there. Whatever she wants, she gets. She's had one goal and one off the crossbar tonight. Here's Elena. There's a Maradona. Gets jersey pull a little bit, but looks like the ref doesn't see it. Gets the ball again, touches it out of bounds. That was Jessen. Hits the ball out of bounds. Getting ready for the Eagles is Celine Witt. See where she goes. There's VR. VR on the ball. Lays it back. Goes through. Zoe Framke hits it out. And now entering the game, Celine Witt, who started the game, but not the second half. And coming out is number 15, Pinchard. So now Jessen goes back to that left back spot as the Eagles come and find a corner kick. So Jessen's now back in that left back spot. Right back is Kitty Tarak. And Celine Witt now goes back to a winger. Josh Prince, head coach for Clarke's, not made any substitutes yet this second half. Besides the, here's a corner, sorry. Besides the Sophia Morales injury. There's a ball in from Reisenbeck. Good save here from Ward. She had to. Goal! Central Methodist. Great shot there. Originally had a good save there from Ward. I believe that is Maria Cerveo. Or sorry, was that Zamora? Want to say that's Zamora. Gets on the score sheet. Good shot there from the left side of the box and puts it into the right side. Zamora gets her 6th goal of the year. Some Valladolid, Spain. Sophomore defender. And here come the Eagles, showing their actual potential. First half, they could not get going, but here they come now. With 20 minutes left in this second half, 2-0. Baker still trails Culver Stockton 2-3 with 10 minutes remaining in that game. And Missouri Valley still leads Mid-America Nazarene 2-0 with 17 left in that game. And as previously stated, Benedictine defeated Grandview 3-0 earlier today. And back into the game is number 10 for Pride, Sophia Morales, as she previously got injured in the second half, but looks to be doing all right now. Here's Frank, covered by Morales. Good touch by Elena. It's Reisenbeck, got some pressure, tries to find the clear. Chipped up to Frank. Can she keep it in? She does. Referee says on the line, not all the way past. Here's Reisenbeck. Once again, good piece of dribbling. Finds Jessen, who's got some space and some speed. Who finds Cervea. Sorry, Cerveo. And Addie Seaman says, I'm done with this. I'm clearing it. Mia Loffer getting ready for Pride. Mia Loffer is a freshman forward. 5'4" from Papillion, Nebraska. Here comes Elena, gets tripped up. And crowd's not happy. And that is a foul, that is a yellow card for Morgan Catcher. Second for the team. Elena's been brought to the ground a lot tonight, whether it's just a late challenge from her skill move or out of anger. She has done very well in that spot. Controlled the game, I would say. If the game were to end right now, I'd say she would be MVP. As Missouri Valley makes it 3-0 on Mid-America Nazarene. It looks like they will be moving on to the semifinal to take on Benedictine. That'll be 2 versus 3. And here's a chance. And that is a goal. Third goal of the game for Central Methodist. Once again, just kind of chaos around the goal. It looks like Elena is celebrating. Pride are pointing to the AR on their side. Wasn't sure if that was Cerveo. Marcela Elena does get the second one, her second goal of the game. 2-0. You can see why she won Freshman of the Year. She has controlled this game. She now has another goal on this game as she subs off, giving her a break. So the goals by Marcela Elena has got 2, and Alicia Zamora has got 1 to make it 3-0 in favor of the Eagles. Pride just have no answer to the pressure, to the skill. And here's Jakobsen, who I'm surprised hasn't gotten on the score sheet either a goal or assist yet. She's a playmaker. And here is cleared by Genevieve Cruz. And Reisenbeck tries to find the clear on number 10, Sophia Morales. Back to this Baker Culverton Stockton game. Still 2-3 with 10 minutes remaining. Baker has 6 shots and Culver Stockton have 14. Cerveo pressuring very well on Emma Canny. Here's Emma Canny for the Pride. She's got some space, but it looks like she's going up. Tries to find Addie Seaman, who's now at the 9. At that central attacking striker spot. Not a good touch here. Here's Catcher on the ball. Dispossessed from Jessen. Finds Jakobsen. 1v1. See if she takes Maya Johnson right here. Here she goes. Good piece of dribbling. Gets by her. Finds a pass. Referee will call it. And there is a stoppage of play for a yellow card for Maya Johnson for that play. A little late challenge there on the shot. Looks like Maya Johnson might have got hit in the face as well. 3 yellow cards for Pride players. Oh my goodness, folks. 4 minutes remaining left. Baker has tied it up with Culver Stockton. 3-3. A goal was just scored by Melissa Siegel to make it 3-3. Wow. 3-3. 6 goals in that game. We've got 3 in here, but all for one team. So as I stated, it's 2 10-minute periods. If it goes to overtime, there's still 4 minutes left. 2 10-minute periods. Golden goal, which means you score, you win, and that is a foul. Not happy about it, but that was a foul on Zoe Framke. But if no one scores in those 2 10-minute periods, then it goes to penalty kicks. And for the Eagles on the side is Ranclev from Oslo, Norway. And here's a ball in by Reisenbeck to back post. Punched out by Ward. Still got the ball hit out wide. Could not capitalize to make it 4. As Rancliffe enters the game, as well as Grace Faherty. Coming off is Andrea Villar. And not sure. I believe, oh, there goes Jakobsen. I was about to say they have 12 players on the field, but Jakobsen and VR exit the game. Coach says we'll save our players here. Up 3-0 with 15 minutes left. We'll play it safe. And here's Addie Seaman who tries to get something going for the Pride defense, or offense, sorry. Good clear from De Armas Colombo. Clean tackle there. Here's Jessen. Gets past one. Not sure if that was a nutmeg or not. Good layoff from Ranclev. Here's Cervero wide. What can she do here? Cleared. Only 3 defenders back for, and that is a foul on Zamora. Not sure if that was intentional, because as you see, there's no defenders back right now. Here's Catcher trying to get past Reisenbeck. She says no. Good piece of defending. Oh, wow. And that is a foul on Shannon Catcher. Culver, Stockton, and Baker still at 3-3. Hasn't been updated. Still says 4 minutes remaining. Goals that game have been Kirsten Janin, Jody Ellis, Aubrey Corin, Mons Caparos, Jaden Yingling, and Melissa Siegel. And the goals in this game, once again, Marcela Elena, Alicia Zamora, and then Marcela Elena again. Morgan Ketcher on a yellow card kicks it out of bounds. As Sofia Morales goes into that tackle, looking for a ball to play. Ref says stop the clock, not doing this time wasting, but it looks like they actually couldn't get a ball. It's 12:53 remains. Oh, and that is a high kick on Frank. Always tough. I'm no referee and I've never been a referee, but when you kick a ball, it's about hip height and the player puts their head down to head it. It's not my favorite call in the world. But I do understand player safety is most important. Sofia Morales gets ready to take the free kick for the Pride. Taking it quick, stutter steps, hits it pretty decently in the middle. Ketcher trying to get on the end of it. And a foul on Shannon Ketcher. She's had a couple fouls. Yep, right as you say it, she will be getting a yellow card. I'm going to say not for the rough tackle, but for how many tackles she's had. I may be incorrect. But that is the fourth yellow card given. As Max de Armas Colombo is down right now in her own 18. It's been quite a bit of stoppages here tonight. As the referee calls out the trainer for De Armas Colombo. See if I'm not seeing anyone getting warmed up, but I would say that a goalkeeper for Central Methodist getting warm is probably a smart idea. This coach is looking down the bench. And there they go. Number 1, Grace Reynolds from Bournemouth, England. Bournemouth. Takes off her jacket. Not sure if she's... As she puts her jacket back on. Not sure. Yep, she zips it back up. And the Baker and Culver Stockton game just updated, going to overtime. So the first overtime, first 10 minutes will begin here soon. As we've got Max de Armas Colombo from Montevideo, Uruguay, goalkeeper, is down. Quite a bit of injuries, people falling over. As the Pride still trying to talk to the referee, not sure what about. But the one who is talking to her, Shannon Catcher, just got the yellow, as well as Genevieve Cruz and Addie Seaman. If we are still live, I will keep you updated on the Culver Stockton Baker game as that heads to overtime. Missouri Valley still leads Mid-America Nazarene 3-0. Goal in the 80th minute, 81st minute to go to overtime from Baker. They are the closest seeds with 4 and 5. The 3 and 6 were not the prettiest with a 3-0 win to Benedictine. Missouri Valley is up 3-0. And De Armas Colombo stays in the game. Did not think she was going to be okay. So Reisenbeck has a 50 challenge. Hit out from Mia Loffer. Who throws it into Addie Seaman. Who gets called a foul on by number 6, Carlotta Baldo. It's a freshman from Aldano, Italy. Here's Addie Seaman once again taking a free kick. Freshman's got a big responsibility, Addie Seaman, and she's been doing a lot for the team tonight. Just can't get on the score sheet. The Pride can't. Oh, wow. Not sure what that was from Sophie Morales. Sophia. they play on. Here's Mia Loffer, who gives it to Addie Seaman, who throws it in quick. Addie Seaman, ball in, back post. Good ball. Just wide. Wow, from my angle, that looked like it was very close. De Armas Colombo and Zamora were looking at it as it slowly rolled past the left post. 3-0 here in Fayette with 10 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. Good tackle by the Eagles. Here they go. See if they can counter here. Here's Cerveo. Big touch. Finds it wide. On the right side. See what they can do here. Looks for the ball in. Deflected. Not the best clear. And chipped up. Looks like too far. Just over the bar. Wasn't sure if Cerveo was just hitting it or if that was a shot across for the back post or what. But that is a goal kick now. No updates on Baker or Culver Stockton quite yet. Get a little more chilly now. Sun's gone. 51 degrees. As number 2, Lydia Vicente de Vera comes in for Kitty Tarak at the right back spot. So Vicente de Vera came in at the right wing in the first half, comes in the right back the second half. Foul on Jessen. Free kick here for the Pride as they take it. And throw in for Jessen. Missouri Valley 3, Mid-America Nazarene 0, 3 minutes left in that game. Still no updates on Baker and Culver Stockton. At De Armas Colombo hits a scary ball to Reisenbeck, who hits it out. 20 shots here from Central Methodist tonight with 10 on goal compared to the 8 shots from Clarke with 2 on goal. And that is a foul. Unhappy player there. Sophia Morales. And here's Reisenbeck to take the free kick. Kicks it well down that right side. Good skip. No rain. It's getting good. It's looking like they're getting a decent skip out there in the ball, but and there is Vicente de Vera, throw it in, and goal kick for Brinley Ward. Very competitive match here. Central Methodist have been able to get the better chances and put those away, but still a hard-fought physical game. 4 yellow cards given out, all to Clarke University. But there have been some fouls. And here comes Addie Seaman on the left side. Gets a touch, but nothing allowed there. As there's a sub for Clarke, number 17. Jamie Albertson enters the game for number 10, Sophia Morales. And the 2 girls ready at midfield for Central Methodist being number 21, Stella Jameson, and number 16, Destiny Paredes Tejeda. Tejeda is a freshman midfielder from Oakland, California, and 21 is Stella Jameson, freshman midfielder from Prairie Village, Kansas. Looks like Stella Jameson's going into that center mid spot. Oh no, she's going to the right wing. The ball in the corner. Jessen plays it back, cleared by Zamora. It's been a good piece of defending here from the Eagles. Although there have been, as I double check, 8 shots, only 2 on goal, and I don't remember those being very scary to defend or save. As Addie Seaman gets the ball for the Eagles. As they play quick to number 6, Carlotto Baldo. Here's Jessen. Tries to get the 1-2 going. Baldo finds the pass, but referee says no advantage. We will take the foul. Still no update on Culver, Stockton, or Baker. And Missouri Valley will win 4-0 against Mid-America Nazarene. So all games finished. Sorry, half the games are finished. The bottom half are finished with Benedictine and Missouri Valley advancing as the top games here, one in overtime and then one 3-0. Here come the Eagles still. Oh, wow. And a little too aggressive on Brinley Ward. And that will be a foul and a yellow card. The first yellow card for the Eagles as Brinley Ward is down. That yellow card on 14, Kaya Randklev, freshman midfielder from Norway. First for the Eagles as stated. And goalkeeping change here for the Pride. Number 1, Abigail Cookuk, who is a senior from Herscher, Illinois, 5'7". As she gets passed on the captain band from Brinley Ward. Brinley Ward exits the game with 4 goals allowed. Did really well the first half, had some good saves for the team, but eventually 3 goals scored on her as she exits the game. Little upset. Some tears are coming down as she embraces her coach. Tough moment. Tough moment. Being a senior, it's tough. Not fun to go through those moments, but as a Pride look to get one here is Genevieve Cruz tries to find something. Here's catcher, and she won't get on it. 4 minutes remaining. De Ramos Colombo in no rush here to take this. Tough scenes here as number 0, Brinley Ward, sitting by head coach, taking off her cleats and shin guards. Really just soaking in these last moments of the season. There will be no postseason tournament for NAIA for this team, as number 16, Hannah Sakura, is at midfield for the Eagles, looking ready to get into the game. Sorry, for the Pride. As Brinley Ward's getting a hug from a fellow teammate. And throw in here, Mia Loffer. And 43, Reese Castanon exits the game. Good touch here. Genevieve Cruz getting a good tackle there. Good, hard, clean tackle. Baldo tries to find wide. Here's Jessen. Nicely defended as Baldo wins it back. She's a sneaky one. She looks for it wide. Maya Johnson says nope, and she falls. That's a foul. Not happy about that one. I wouldn't be either. It is hard to see the lines from up here, from the press box, but it looked like that one was definitely going out. But still finds a way to knock over Maya Johnson. One minute and 24 seconds remaining in this. There are no updates in Culver Stockton or in the Baker game. And here comes Shannon. Catcher hits it wide. Nothing going the Pride way tonight, as there's less than 1 minute remaining. No updates on Culver, Stockton, or Baker. Shutout from Max de Armas Colombo. I guess there is 40 seconds remaining, of course, but as she clears it for one last goal kick. Mia Johnson fighting for it, hits it up. Finds Addie Seaman, who mishits it. Clean tackle, says the ref. Zamora heads it out. Here's Addie Seaman. Nobody wide for the Pride. 10 seconds remaining.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
All right, folks. That'll do it. The Eagles take down the Pride with a score of 3-0. The Eagles tallied 20 shots with 10 on target and 7 corners. And Clarke with 9 shots, 2 shots on goal and 7 saves. The Eagles will advance and take on the winner of Baker and Culver Stockton this Wednesday at 6 p.m. for the Hart Conference semifinals. Thank you all for